Price of urea, DAP, TSP and MOP fertilizers have increased by 5 taka per kg. Decision was announced through a notification on Tuesday. The order informs that this price has been effective since Monday. It is said in a notification due to the increase of the price of fertilizers in the international market that it has been decided to increase the price of the domestic market as well. According to the new price, urea fertilizer will be sold at the former level at taka 27 instead of taka 22, while DAP fertilizer should be bought at taka 21 instead of taka 16 and TSP fertilizer at taka 27 instead of taka 22 and MOP fertilizer at taka 20 instead of taka 15. Earlier, the Minister of Agriculture, Dr. Abdul Razak, said the price of the fertilizer will not increase in the country in the coming years as in the past. Price of urea, DAP, TSP and MOP fertilizers have increased by 5 taka per kg. Decision was announced through a notification on Tuesday. The order informs that this price has been effective since Monday. It is said in a notification due to the increase of the price of fertilizers in the international market that it has been decided to increase the price of the domestic market as well. According to the new price, urea fertilizer will be sold at the former level at taka 27 instead of taka 22, while DAP fertilizer should be bought at taka 21 instead of taka 16 and TSP fertilizer at taka 27 instead of taka 22 and MOP fertilizer at taka 20 instead of taka 15. Earlier, the Minister of Agriculture, Dr. Abdul Razak, said the price of the fertilizer will not increase in the country in the coming years as in the past. Ruling Party General Secretary and Communication Minister Obaidul Qadir has sharply reacted following BNP's boycott of 5 city polls. He said BNP may not get over 30 seats in their next poll if it takes the part in the parliamentary polls. The AL General Secretary believed that the opposition party has boycotted the city polls as they are sure that they would not win the upcoming national polls. He made the remarks while addressing a view exchange meeting on the Mujibnagar Day today. He also was saying that it is critical of BNP's attitude towards the national days of Bangladesh. The U.S. has no plan to impose sanctions on Bangladesh at present, says Principal Deputy Spokesperson at U.S. Department of State, Vendat Patel. He, however, said that U.S. is eager to deepen and strengthen the bilateral relationship with Bangladesh. Patel said it is an regular press briefing of the U.S. State Department that talking on a different note, he clarified that U.S. doesn't want to talk about a rivalry of the two political parties. Rather, it is interested in free, fair and acceptable election in everywhere of the world. It wants Bangladesh to set an example of free, fair polls. Talking on the BDPM statement, the parliament on Monday, he intimated that the U.S. government is continuing dialogue with Bangladesh to scrap the Digital Security Act, which he blamed for downtrend of the index for the free press in Bangladesh. Economic development of Bangladesh, upcoming general election and Rohingya issues were given importance in the meeting between the Foreign Minister of Bangladesh and the United States in Washington. Bangladesh offered U.S. President to visit Dhaka as a letter written at Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to U.S. President Joe Biden was handed over. During the meeting, Bangladesh Foreign Minister told U.S. that United States can send as many observers as possible to the upcoming elections in Bangladesh. However, no one should be working for any political party in the name of monitoring. In addition, Dr. Momen requested the United States to create the Kosovo-style safe protection zone for the Rohingyas in Myanmar. Millions of people have joined the online war for the 5th day to buy the Eid train tickets in advance. Ticket sales started at 8 a.m. 2.5 crore hits on the server in the first 30 minutes. Tickets for 21st April are being given today. Railway authorities claim that today the ticket sales rate is higher than the hit rate on the server. Out of the allotted 26,446 tickets, 23,000 have been sold till 9 a.m. Apart from this, 25% standing tickets for Shovan's chairs will be issued on the day of the travel, which can be collected from the station. Meanwhile, the sale of written tickets for Eid will start from April 15th. The work of removing rubble in Bongo Bazar is almost over. Temporary construction of the market is going on, paving the rubble area in the bricks and sand. The affected traders expressed regret, and the construction of the temporary market has not been completed even after the announced time has passed. They expressed doubts about how much the business they will be able to do before the Eid. Many have come to distribute from the millionaires overnight, so they demand to complete the rehabilitation work quickly. Meanwhile, it is alleged that the leaders of the Shop Owner Association did not communicate with the general traders about the grant and the construction of the temporary shops and the preparation of the list. More than 30 markets are at risk in the fire in Chattogram. Most of the markets do not have fire extinguish system. Rather, they are full of electricity cables and there is no water reservoir. No one is serious even if the warning message is coming from the Deputy Commissioner and the fire service. Observing the Chattogram Zahur Hawkers Market and the Tamak Mundi Lane, it is easy to understand how the markets are at risk in the fire. None of them have fire extinguisher. Moreover, staff quarters, good warehouses are above the market. If the fire breaks out, fire service vehicles won't be able to move in the narrow lane. Besides, there is no source of water anywhere around. The picture has not changed even several rounds of drives by Deputy Commissioner after the fire in the capital's Bongo Bazar. The administration is considering such issues seriously. The University Center of Shahjalal University of Science and Technology has been cracked for 2 years, but there is no initiative to renovate it. Teachers and students are disappointed with this issue. Teachers, officials, and employees working in the building are spending their days in fear and anxiety. University Centers of Shahjalal University of Science and Technology, also known as UC, the two-story building has several offices, including the Proctor's office, the Office of Director of Students Advice and Guidance, a day care center, and a bank. The building was built in 2012 at a cost of around 5 crore. However, cracks appeared after a few years. There is virtually no initiative taken to reform it. The current administration of the university says that there is a problem in the building or construction. It is responsibility of the administration. However, it will be audited by experts soon. Not only humans, domestic cows is also needing identity cards or certificates. Such a certificate is being given at Kochupia Union of Ramo Upazila of Coxbazar. Those involved in this work say that these certificates are being issued to identify domestic and farm cows of the locals because cows are coming illegally through the border. On April 3rd, Nishar Uddin of Ramu Kochupia Union of Coxbazar was given a certificate signed by the local public representative stating the size of the own cow. The issue came into discussion after its picture was published in social media. Cows smuggled from Myanmar through border of Coxbazar and Bandarban have been sold in local markets for quite some time. Locals face difficulties in selling their cows. Therefore, cow owners and farmers are taking such certificates. The demand of the local public representative is to stop the sale of the smuggled cows and reduce the suffering of the local sellers by providing them with identity cards and certificates. Using fake documents in NGO called Kothuk Academy is doing human trafficking under the guise of sending people in attending international meetings and seminars in various countries, including the United States. To send them, the alleged NGO is taking 12 to 15 lakh taka from each person. After arresting 3 people, including the alleged NGO chief executive officer, Detective Police has said that the gang has sent more than 200 people to Europe and America in 15 years. Emailing with false information, they used to collect offer letter from United Nations expressing their interest in participating in various international conferences. Police said Abul Qasim Sheikh was associated with the international human trafficking ring under the guise of running an NGO. Because of this, US visa applicants are facing various problems as well. Dhaka North City Corporation is painting the pillars of the flyover in aesthetic paintings. Inaugurating this program in Mock Bazaar on Monday. The mayor of North said the days of putting posters are over. If someone is not careful despite repetitive prohibitions, he will face jail and fine. Such a mess of posters and banners on any pillar is familiar to citizens of the capital. The pillars seem to be made from putting posters. However, Dhaka North City Corporation has taken initiative to eliminate such pollution, and the pillars of the flyover are being painted with beautiful paintings. The graffiti painted on the pillars will catch the eye of any person passing by, in addition to soothing the eyes, which will make the citizens aware as well. Along with the painters, rickshaw painting artists have also been included in this program under the direction of the Prime Ministers. The Dhaka Stock Exchange DSE and the Chittagong Stock Exchange CSE saw mixed trend today. DSE X, the prime index of DSE, went down by 0.08% to reach at 6,196 points. The DSE X index went down by 0.14% to reach at 1,342 points, and the DSE 30 index went down by 0.07% to reach at 2,198 points. The Port City Board's the Chittagong Stock Exchange CSE 50 went up by 0.002% to reach at 1,313 points. Now the currency rates according to National Bank Limited, US dollar is being bought at Dhaka 107.50 and sold at Dhaka 108.50. The buying price of Great Britain pound is Dhaka 127 and selling price is Dhaka 134. While euro is being bought at Dhaka 117 and sold on Dhaka 122. Saudi riyal is being bought at Dhaka 29.10 and sold at Dhaka 31. And Kuwaiti dinar is being bought at Dhaka 345 and sold at Dhaka 365. Now the updates on today's commodity market. In the international market on Tuesday, each ounce of gold is being sold at $2,101.35, while each ounce of silver is being sold at $25.04. Each barrel of crude oil is being sold at $84.83. On this day, each pound of coffee is being sold at 1.83 cents. Also, each ton of wheat is being sold at 251.25 cents, and each pound of sugar is being sold at 0.24 cents. 5 people died when an employee opened fire at a bank at Louisville, Kentucky, and live-streamed the attack on Instagram. Police said the victims were aged between 40 to 64. Among 9 others injured with a rookie police officer who had graduated to the force just 2 weeks ago. The officer had shot in the head and is still critical after brain surgery. Police responded within 3 minutes and fatally shot the attacker in an exchange of gunfire. The shooting took place in the Old National Bank in the city center at about 8:30 local time. Caleb Goodled told local media his wife and an employee at the bank locked herself inside the vault when the attack began. The Italian Coast Guard is carrying out 2 large-scale operations to rescue around 1,200 migrants from overcrowded boats off the coast in Sicily. About 800 people are traveling on one of the fishing boats, while around 400 are on another. The country's Coast Guard has already rescued around 2,000 people in other operations since Friday. At least 2 people died during the weekend's boat crossing. German non-profit Rescue Sheep said migrants' arrivals to Italy have risen steeply compared with the same period last year, despite efforts by the right-wing coalition government to clamp down on irregular migration. The boat carrying 400 people, which is believed to have set out from Tobruk in Libya, was still without help late on Monday evening.